Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Um, welcome to today's edition. We want to welcome each and every one of you to today's show. Today's Saturday, 4th. Welcome. Let's have you share the show while you are here. Let's have you please share the show and invite someone to today's show, to this edition. A lot of things to talk about. Um, the goal initially is to be here in a conversation slash interview with Chairman Musa Bility from the ANC, from the CPP, and also from the Liberty Party. Share the show as you're coming on. Let's share the show, guys. Let's invite someone. Let's share the show. We promise an interesting and intriguing conversation this afternoon here from our end at SKTV. Welcome and welcome. As you are coming, share the show, please. Um, a lot of things to discuss, by the way. Um, a lot of things to discuss, by the way. So let's share the show. Um, let's get people moving. Let's share the show. We have a lot of things to talk about. Um, very interesting stuff going on within the opposition and the CDC. But we'll get to them here momentarily. But let's share the show as we are here. Good evening, good afternoon. We are expected to be joined any moment from now. Um, we're expected to be joined by Sekou and Milbon Kula from Liberia. That is the expectation. But in the meantime, while you are here, let's share the show. Let's invite someone. Let's see. Share the show. Let's invite someone. Um, Again, good afternoon, good evening. Uh, as we are waiting in the back here for some setup, very interesting stuff are happening around the country. As you'll see today, the CDC had their nomination rally, however you want to term it. Um, Reports says it was well attended. Um, they had a good number of people turn out, which quote unquote is a show of strength in numbers. We'll talk about all of these things. We'll cover all of them. But let's share the show in the meantime. We'll get started here with the show. Whether um, Sekou, Chairman Musa Bility, and the rest of the team are on time or not, we want to get started, and we want to move the conversation because that's what it needs to be about. So let's share the show. Let's invite other people. I'm pulling up some documents and some paperwork because it's good to speak with facts and the evidences as opposed to just speaking. So I wanted to ensure that we have everything we need to push the conversation. But let's share the show. Let's share the show. Um, Thank you as you come on, share the show. We will be giving you other news here really quick. Just from the look of things, I can already tell that the show will be noisy. The show will be noisy. The show will be very, 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 very noisy. I can just tell. There's some things. There's some things that we can foretell and predict just by what we see. But again, let's share the show, guys. Welcome. Thank you and thank you. Let's. I'm trying to make sure I get some. I'm trying to make sure I get something pull up here, but it's giving me a hard time to pull up. It's giving me a hard time to unload. It's giving me a hard time. But let's share the show. Good afternoon, good evening, those of you watching us from Liberia, from around the world. We're back. Welcome on SKTV. We're back this afternoon with today's edition. Chairman, again, the expectation is we'll have Chairman Musa Bility as our guest this afternoon. We'll also, tomorrow, we'll also be playing host to the Secretary General of the ANC, SG Aloysius Tool. And we will be speaking on lots of issues. Some of the issues we'll be talking about tomorrow include, but it's not limited to, the most recent filings from the diaspora. I think there was a bill, there was a request, there was an inquiry, however you want to term it, forwarded to the legislature, to the government, after they pass the law or the act or the president on dual citizenship. So some Liberians were concerned in the diaspora. I think Dr. Richardson was part of the people. Amanda, right from the ANC, I think Amanda. Yeah, Cindy, I think, and others, what her name? Eloise, I think I did see her name in the documentation that was sent to us as well, as people that sponsored that initiative or pushed that initiative for Liberians in the diaspora to be able to vote, which I think in politics or in America, they'll say it's a bipartisan push. It's not a ANC or CPP thing or an opposition thing. I think everyone in the diaspora, Liberians, would benefit from that endeavor should the government do something about it ASAP so that people can register and the means to. So these are things that we'll speak to him about, how far that case is gone, because he's the lawyer in charge of that case. How far it's gone, what is the government saying, and what's going on. We will ask him, we got the documentations here. We will also speak to him about, lots of issues in the country. So again, there's a lot to talk about. I woke up this morning with my inbox flooded with messages from this group, that group. Oh, it's the people show power. Last night I saw the president. I stumbled on the president's new music. We'll talk about it as well, as to some of the patterns we've seen over the years and what we can say for a fact. We'll talk about some of them today. As we are with Chairman Musa Bility. Again, the show promises to be, and I say it again, they don't say that one. The show will be noisy today. Let me put it that way. The show will be very, very noisy. The show will be noisy. And you are free. It is okay for you to please post your questions here. Should the chairman appear on today? Post your questions. Disagree, let's disagree respectfully, as we've always done. One thing I will give credit to the viewers and the listeners on SKTV, or those of you who follow us. You have been very respectful. You've been able to listen to our what are rules or regulation or instructions. Once in a while, we get a couple of disgruntled people, either because we are saying something that day that is not pleasing to the party or the leader. They want to cross lines. They want to get comfortable to not listen to the rules that we have on SKTV. And those people too, let's be honest, we get medicine for them because when they cross the line, then we put it in check. You see it? So so that the good part about it, when you don't listen, then you are reminded to listen. When you want to challenge, then you got to go. Go somewhere else. Because go to the place where you can be defiant, disrespectful, and do what you want to do. You know, but once you abide by the rules, if you cross line, we caution you. It's okay. We all once in a while would forget about the rules and want to just go free flow. Free speech does not mean that there is no rules in some places. You have free speech, but you are also held accountable for the speeches or for what you say. So, I mean, in a nutshell, uh, here, many of you have been very good, in listening, in following, in, just adhering to our rules and regulation on here. So that I'll give you credit for. I'm not going to take it away from you. Again, many of you, a lot of you. But once in a while, we get some disgruntled ones who come on fake names, or some of them come on different names and so forth. I see you guys asking about 71KK. I see some people are reading the live feed here. Some people are asking about update on JMB. Don't worry. We're all the thing in all the news today. We're discussing the thing. Y'all know the show. The show gotta be talking about. Y'all think we don't want to follow everything. We can act like we're not talking, but we can follow. We can act like we not know what's going on, but we're following. As they make move, we follow. As they make move, we follow. So we'll be giving you some updates today. We will. Nobody's too big. Let me tell you something. When we ask question, then we know the answer to that question before we ask it. I want you to know that today. We know the answer, or we have an insight of that question that we are asking. We're not stupid. Yeah, we're not stupid. Yeah, y'all lead that thing. Y'all lead that thing. But I see members of the opposition, some of them, they always saying, like, bro, some of them checking. Oh, the CDC came out today, you know, they hard cry and they pull out the cry and they do the one, they do that one. But that party, CDC got to pull cry. We're talking about that one. But let's share the show. Many of you not sharing the show, to be quite honest. You're not sharing the show. You're not sharing the show. That the problem will get with you. You need to share the show. If you not share the show, we're not going into the show. Nobody's stupid here. We're not going into the show. We are not going into the show. We're not. Yeah, just before we go into the show, I think this past Tuesday, I think it was on Tuesday, I was on the show with Yasendi, and I did send out a reminder or a challenge, because I think many of you remember we had Dwalu on here a couple of weeks ago, and Dwalu did assert his support for JNB, which is his right. It's a good thing. When people make up their mind to support someone, it is their right. Please don't get mad at anybody for stating out their support for someone. It is their God-given right, their constitutional right to declare who they want to support, at what time of their life, at what stage. It is for them, and it is up to them to do that. And so I think Dwalu, we did say we scheduled with Dwalu to have him make the case as to why he switched from Alexander Cummings, his support from Alexander Cummings to JNB, again, which is his right. And we planned it for Dwalu to come. Dwalu will come. We arranged with him based on his schedule and his availability, and hopefully we can discuss that. But in the token of that, I think they had a show with a friend and a brother, George Lobo, on the drive, and instead of addressing the question or the issue we talked to, I listened to my friend and my brother, George Lobo. He attacked me, attacked SKTV for no reason, which I found a little unfortunate. and he questioned my integrity and my character, and I laughed. And I told him I would find time to respond to him. But just before we go into the program for today, I started off by giving him a gist, and I know he likes to pass around and talk about debate. Well, I want to again openly invite him. He knows his candidate. I don't have a candidate. I don't support anybody for the Liberian presidency as of now. So I wanted to schedule him outside of SKTV. We can even go on his show, The Drive, and let's debate or let's talk about his candidate, Joseph Human Boakai. Since he knows more about him and he wants to sell him, let's talk about him. I think it's fair. And I did say I'm open to us airing it on the radio. Anybody that want to host us, whatever it will cost, I will pay for it. He doesn't have to show that responsibility. I will pay for it. And so the challenge is up to him. It's all there. I'm waiting for him anytime. If you're ready, he can respond. And I will do the coordination. He can pick a station anywhere of his choice. So I'm still waiting for him. I think someone sent me a clip of he talking different thing and have people seeking relevant on his knee or whatever it is. Let me tell George Lobo something. This self-inflicted ego that he passing around with some people from the United Party making his head swollen up and making him pompous for no reason. Like I said the other day, we're not in the same league. The people on Facebook he can't fool me. I know what's up, I know what's good. He can never question my integrity anywhere at any time. No way. Whether in the community, whether in our services, whether in our personal lives, wherever he can't question my integrity. He dare not even try that. Because if I should lay out his record, some of the people will run away from him. He might not bring friskiness to me. Nope. He might carry that friskiness to other people that don't know him. He might not bring it to me. He might not bring it to me. I'm not the kind. I'm not the one. I'm not. I've sat quietly. I watched him. We've been cool for years, for Africa days. Now, if his support for JMB is leading him to the point where he wants something not okay and something not clicking, he better look for different people to carry that friskiness to. Because I don't back down. He knows I don't back down. I'm not the kind. You don't come and attack me because I ask a legitimate question. And we will ask legitimate questions to political leaders, political parties, or whoever it is. If it make you better your business. But you can't come and attack people you're supposed to question my integrity. John Lobo, you question my integrity. The first time you ever interacted with me in your entire life, it was on an integrity issue. And I proved to you that time, and I still prove it to you today. Tomorrow, I will prove it to you because that's what it is. So I'm just saying to you, it's a clear message to you and your viewers. I see some older folks who are supposed to know better. When I saw the clip, I saw them commenting. It's just disgraceful. Oh, the person looking for. I saw some people who you even look at in a respectful way. In the name of politics, they're sitting there endorsing foolishness. Joe Lobo talking foolishness, and they gotta call my name somewhere. I swear to God, I swear the internet can make people can really be feeding themselves. The thing where they even see before the president go, the thing they've never achieved before, they can just be imagining in their head and they kind of misbehave on everybody. But like I said, I'm man to man, choice of man, I'm a man. He might not just bring friskiness to me, he might carry the United Party people and CDC. And some of the ANC people that don't know him. For me, I know him. I know him. And he might not cross the line with me. He shouldn't get comfortable with me. I don't play like that. He might not get comfortable with me. He might not make the internet fool him. He might not make the one or two ANC United Party people that follow him, making him feel that he not arrive. You better get it together, bro. You better get it together. You really better get it together because you don't want that. You don't want for us to get that. You question my integrity. You don't want no space on things. You question my integrity. You seriously? You talk about integrity. You even in your dreams when you talk about me, you talk about integrity, John Lobo. You wake up from sleep. You having a bad dream. We're not on integrity level. We're not on integrity level. Because if I should lay an integrity sheet out to the public, if I should lay out to the public, I'm talking with facts and reality. You might want to find someone to go hire yourself. Don't bring that friskiness to me. Now, my last time addressing you on the issue. If you ever call my name somewhere on this issue again, I will address you, and we're going to do. For the very first time, I won't promise you, I will not come on SKTV. I will have a live podcast on my own Musa page where I will address you adequately, so that next time you will not bring out your foolishness to me. Saying you can get comfortable with everybody, you and people and get relationship. When you're coming from a certain point and you inflict your ego, that means it's all around to inflate your ego. You know that somebody has already used to get to for people to know. Take care of that foolishness somewhere else. Now, my last warning I giving you there. After they want, I'm done. You can't again when I come back. Nobody will call me or talk to me. I listen to them. So I'm just giving you this warning. Keep it moving. Everybody's happy. Don't ever question my integrity again. Ever in your life. You need to be questioning Joseph Boaga's integrity and your integrity, because you guys are the ones that got integrity issues. You're passing around lying 24/7 to the Liberian people. Bunch of hustlers that you won't tell people what. But let's move on to the program, guys. I told you, I say, the show will be hot today. The show will be noisy. I told you. I told you. The one who by early going to, he got a message. He watching. Talking about, I can't watch SKTV. I don't watch this guy. I can't watch SKTV. You liar. That means you're a liar. Poor. They can't lie somewhere else. I don't watch you, man. Just feeding yourself or nothing. You nothing. Zero balance. Zero man. And you still gonna discuss on it. You. Anyway, let me leave it alone. Let me leave it alone. I don't want to go into detail, because the more I talk about it, the more I hit your case, I might get tempted to say something that I don't want to say yet. But I'll wait for you. I'll wait. Yeah? I'm waiting. I'll warm you up on the touch. Bring that Africanness to me. Bring it to me. Yeah? Bring it to me. I'm telling you straight up. You live in Arizona, I live in Arizona. As a matter of fact, we live in Phoenix together. Bring your foolishness to me. Bring it to me, and you will hear from me. Bring it to me. I'm clear on this one. Bring it to me. I'm waiting for you. Bring it to me. Anyway, let's move on to other news here really, really quick. Let's move on to other news. But let's get really quick to the musical break while you invite someone to join us on the show. Some of these things we are yet to get signal from Siku, Chairman Musa, Bility, and the guys from Liberia. They will be coming. The guys from Liberia have signaled me that they will be joining us here on the hours mark. But I believe there's some change in the scheduling, so they might be joining us soon. Today, we gotta celebrate with my team from Liberia. Yeah, let's celebrate with the country giant. We come and tell you the pattern that you're seeing. What thing really, really, really go on. But let's share the show for it. Today, we celebrate the country giant back in time.
Amanda Aweto Amanda Aweto Maipuye Iliberia Maipuye Chowia Deble
Trigger.
Aha, y'all move on the road, the country giant ready to take over.
Like it.
Y'all move on the road, beat Papa coming again. Y'all move on the road, Papa Georgie coming again. Y'all move on the road, Mama Joe coming again. Move on the road, see Vision coming again. Now the whole country giant coming soon. Better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You is about to get away. Pulling back to get away. We coming again. Move on the road, CTC coming again. Yeah, move on the road, Joe, we are coming again. Move on the road, Mama Joe, we're coming again. Up in the road, CTC coming again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better move on the road. Say you better move your road. Generation for democratic change. Now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your foot. You big Paris and get away. Better get away. Nyen say I'm on Imbo, I say I come. I double, Mosigo corridor. Nyen say I'm on Imbo, I say I come. See the shake your body, eh. Shake your body, eh. Why don't you shake your body, eh. Shake your body, eh. Acha le oh. See your le oh. Acha le oh. Le oh say, acha le oh say. We'll celebrate. I wear mostly go corridor. Today is I wanna go there. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Déjà bébé ready. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your moment. We'll celebrate. You be brothers in your way, yeah. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze. Mama, you are inside the breeze. You need to be worried.
Brothers International, y'all.
Team feeling win a race.
CDC.
2017, we feeling win a race. Everybody look at this. Feeling win a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with four. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming there, y'all defeated. Big politicians, we putting y'all on the ground. CDC, feel me take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Man and we are. Joe, Howard Taylor. Go brothers, huh? We the one that caught the giant. Y'all know we the lion. We all lion straight for giant. So save the people then. On the hands of the wicked one. Dakim and Fuha. So this time they gotta get away. When we are popo. That's sleeping for this supposed to popo. Enter Joe and popo. I'm picking like that's supposed to popo. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peaceful we remain. International we do be. Sing with me, say. Acha le oh. Si oh le oh. Acha le oh. Si oh le oh. Power to the people, put the men into evil. They say the people why I'm not putting them in the spot. They get a big king, no see rapping can rap the king. Can I get away? And if the body in your space, like Darako we plugging. CDC now take it. DC, CDC, we the champion team. Boom,
You Jezo, ruling party, you're in trouble. Come on, you're moving on the road. CDC coming in with four. We're not taking the straight for Joe. We're battle out to the chicken crow. AFP say you're winning team, but who are more than winning team? Now we the champion team, so for to win the game. AFP say you're town giant, but win a lion from Zion. Now we the whole country giant, we eat again and we eating cayenne. So if you're what, you be people, you'll be making buck. AFC will not summon, sir. If you're in more the road, I keep with pour in your mouth. Ruling by the jelly, voila, every one of y'all making paka. You guys see we take over, so you're coming in with far. We don't have for making fault, all we offer are making love. All the other party then going straight down to the doors. CDC will standing tall, observing and watching y'all. Y'all think that I'm thinking team, to be cheating the winning team. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. Don't wanna roll beef, Papa coming again. Don't wanna roll Papa Georgie coming again. Don't wanna roll Mama Joe coming again. Who wanna roll CDC coming again? Now the whole country giant coming so better move I say you're better move your move. You kiss about to get away. You sleeping for the get away. We coming again. Who wanna roll CDC coming again? Y'all who wanna roll Joe, we are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe, we're coming again. Up in the road, CDC coming again. Now the whole country giant coming so better move on the say you're better move your move. Joe, we are coming home. Better get away. Amanda, my pouye, Liberia, my International.
All day.
I think you know Bill Gunn, Big York, UJ.
I beg you, I'm a dancer. I was song again. I'm a test that was on again. Y'all be dead. Y'all be dead. Y'all be dead laughing. Y'all be dead. Y'all be dead. We moving. The party Mende. Oh. Well, we are 30 minutes into the program for today. We're here to hear from the chairman. We have been making contact through our contacts with the chairman. But hey, whether the chairman is here or not, we have to continue the conversation, right? Yes, there are a lot of things to discuss. There are a lot of things to talk about today. There are a lot of education information we can pull up today. And I will be let me see. We'll be opening the lines at some point because we want you to participate. Some folks get very loud. Anyway, let me recognize one or two people first before getting into the conversation because again, a lot of things to cover, a lot of things to talk about. There is just a lot. Let me just be honest. There is a lot. And we will talk about President. Oops. Somebody reminded me to put a cash app on. Let me get that cash app number rolling quick. Yes. Again, there's a lot of things to talk about, guys. Just a lot. There is just a lot to talk about. You know what? I don't remember the cash app number, so your will. It's not easy today. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Let me take a quick musical break. I want to be sure on this. I'm gonna put control giant bar on again. Today, we celebrating. We celebrating with my 480 years again and bring everybody outside the whole country outside today. Look, we brought everybody outside ANC or CDC or United Party or LP or ALP or MDRO, any party in abroad, all of them, 1 million miles, we follow ATS. The whole Steelers almost crashed today.
Amanda, Awetu, Maipuye, Iliberia, Marie, Jovia, Deble,
Trigger.
Aha, Yamu on a road, the punch giant ready to take over.
Like
Yamu on a road, Papa coming again. Yamu on a road, Papa Georgie coming again. Yamu on a road, Mama Joe coming again. Who on a road, see coming again. Now the whole country giant coming soon. Better move on a road. I say you're better move your road. You kiss about to get away. Pulling back to get away. We coming again. Move on a road, see coming again. Yeah, move on a road, Joe, we are coming again. Move on a road, Mama Joe, we're coming again. Up in the road, see coming again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better move on a road. Say you're better move your road. Take it away. Better get away. We coming again. We supposed to win the scheme. We coming again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You big Paris and get away. Better get away. Yen say I'm on Imbo, I say I'm on at Deble, Musical Corridor. Yen say I'm on Imbo, I say I'm on. See, shake your body, shake your body, why don't you shake your body, shake your body, acha le oh, see your le oh, acha le oh. Si oh le oh say. Acha le oh say. We'll celebrate. And where most go corridor. Today is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Today is a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Déjà bientôt ready. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your moment. We'll celebrate. You be balancing in your way. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breed. Mama, you are inside the breed. You need to be worried.
Brothers International, y'all.
We feeling win a race.
CDC.
We feeling win a race. Everybody look at it. Feeling win a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with full. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming make y'all defeated. Big politicians. We putting y'all on the ground. CDC, feeling take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Man, we are. Joe, Hawa Taylor. Cook brothers, huh? We the one that caught the giant. Y'all know we the lion. We all lion straight for giant. To save the people then from the hands of the wicked one. Dakim and Fuha. So this time they gotta get away. But we are Popo. That's sleeping for this supposed to Popo. Enter Joe and Popo. I'm picking like that's supposed to Popo. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peace where we remain. International we do be. Sing with me, say Ata le oh. Si oh le oh. Ata le oh. Si oh le oh. Power to the people, only for the men and do evil. They say the people why I'm putting them in the spot. They get a big enough to see rapping can rap the king. Gotta get away, and if the party in your space. Like Jericho with plugging, CDC now take it. DC, CDC, we the champion team. Boom, baby.
New Jezo, ruling party, you're in trouble. Come on, y'all move on the road. CDC coming in with four. We're not taking the straight for Joe. We're battle y'all to the chicken crow. AFC say y'all win the team, but who about more than win the team? Now we the champion team, so for the win the game. AFC say y'all turn giant, but win the lion from Zion. Now we the whole country giant, we eat again and we eating Kayan. So if y'all walk, you be.
Okay, well, we got some things situated here from the back end. So I think we are going to get started with the show. We are expecting the guys from Liberia to join us very soon. But let me recognize one or two of you. I will pin this Cash App number here. Feel free if you want to contribute. We encourage you to do. If not, we still encourage you to do. But let me pin this number here. But let me recognize one or two of you. If you write, I will recognize you. I think we have not done this for a while. Let's do it. Let's take the next 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes to do so. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. Elizabeth Brown. Napoleon, welcome to the show. Kenneth Nangwe, welcome to the show. Is that Weddy Thomas? Welcome to the show. You're watching us from Minnesota. Let us know where you're watching us from as well. I think it helps too. Papa Dakar, welcome to the show. Momo G Vasley, welcome to the show. Don't get it wrong. It was okay. It was We Are Retirement. Jimama, welcome to the show. Yata Burnett, welcome to the show. You're watching us from Florida. Welcome to the show, Yata. Marie Flynn, welcome to the show. Orita, welcome to the show. Marie Pratt, welcome to the show. Bash Will, welcome to the show. Abu Fofana, welcome to the show. Abu said I'm not clear. Okay, that's okay. Smith Dawe, welcome to the show. And Smith, happy birthday to your daughter. I think I saw a post from you about your daughter. Happy birthday to her. I think she's turned 18 or so forth. Joseph Canto. Joseph reminded us to post the cash app. Thank you, Joseph. Maybe I can forget. Siliki, welcome to the show. Anita, welcome to the show. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. He said, hi, your man, Mr. 7%. My man, I know who that Mr. 7%, Emmanuel. Derek Poor, welcome to the show. Mark Arthur, welcome to the show. Swilly, welcome to the show. Bobby, welcome to the show. Let's move on. Tanya, welcome to the show. Edward, welcome to the show. Tila, welcome to the show. Monk, my man, what's up? Welcome to the show. Ali Kaba said you're not supporting commies again. No, Ali Kaba, I'm not supporting anybody, Chief. I'm not supporting anybody, Papa. Um, G Adonis, welcome to the show. Sorry if I butchered your name. Sandy, welcome to the show. Joseph K. Morris, welcome to the show. Miata Dakina, welcome to the show. Ruben Harris, welcome to the show. Tao, welcome to the show. Jeff Doe, welcome to the show. Umentro, welcome to the show. Dauda, welcome to the show. I see my man Ali Kabaya working with. They say we we know you to be ANC supporter. Don't say you're not supporting no party. Okay, Ali, no problem. That's a few is respected. Um, Emmanuel, I've called Emmanuel already. Siliki, I've called you. Jeff, seem like Prince. Welcome to the show. Vamandi, welcome to the show. Vivian, welcome to the show. Corinne, welcome to the show. Roland, welcome to the show. Mustafa, welcome to the show. Edward, welcome to the show. Ezekiel, welcome to the show. Pamindela, welcome to the show. So you got popcorn ready. Okay, Ali Allah, no problem. Prince Dollar, welcome to the show. So as you write, I'll be able to recognize you. My man Bill Carson, what's up? My man, I will play the country giant music. What do you mean? Fida, welcome to the show. We're playing the country giant music today. What happened? We play Boy, welcome to the show. Let's see. Venetius, welcome to the show. I'm trying my best to capture everybody so no one feels like, yeah. Ali Gaba, I know what you should do with me. Mose, La Big Town today to Liberia, saying he does not support me, so coming. Of course, everyone knows he is an ANC supporter. Okay, that's fine. If that's what everyone thinks, it's okay. It's the right to think the way they want to think, and you can think that way too, bro. Thomas, welcome to the show. AP, welcome to the show. Let's go up. Couple, welcome to the show. Is that Godchild Dan? Welcome to the show. Justice, man, welcome to the show. Rosalind Dix, welcome to the show. Cynthia Kamara, welcome to the show. Toby Wilson, welcome to the show. I think we're going down the list here to finish up. It's the same people writing repeatedly. Ali Gabai. Sekukana is an undercover ANC supporter, but Mose, you are a broad daylight ANC advocate. No problem, brother. Anything you say, as long as it makes you feel good, we're good. No wala, we move. Deccan T, welcome to the show. Let's see. EU, welcome to the show. Nancy, welcome to the show. Naomi, welcome to the show. Prince, welcome to the show. The other Prince, Izo. Corrida, welcome to the show. Henry, welcome to the show. Daniel, welcome to the show. Alex, welcome to the show. Alfred, welcome to the show. Zakaria, welcome to the show. Alfred, welcome to the show. Franklin, welcome to the show. Kayla, welcome to the show. Abu, welcome to the show. Let's move on. Majaba, welcome to the show. Eugene, welcome to the show. Love, welcome to the show. Rose Russell, welcome to the show. Eleanor, welcome to the show. Festa, welcome to the show. Let's do it. Christine, welcome to the show. Jonathan, welcome to the show. Kyla, welcome to the show. Lennox Perkins, welcome to the show. Eric, welcome to the show. To the show looking like it will be noisy. Greatness, Joseph Greatness Hoffman, welcome to the show. Musa Charles Weeks, welcome to the show. Paul, welcome to the show. Siata, welcome to the show. Bangali, welcome to the show. Otello, welcome to the show. Galeka, welcome to the show. Chuchu, welcome to the show. Ivans, welcome to the show. Yvette, welcome to the show. Frankly, welcome to the show. Abdullah, welcome to the show. Traditional Prime Minister, welcome to the show. PK Topa, welcome to the show. Mary Hill, welcome to the show. Salif, welcome to the show. Jeff T. Reeves, welcome to the show. Let's move on. Steven, welcome to the show. I've already called Yvonne, I've called Emmanuel, I've called Darlington, welcome to the show. Well, I think the same names I repeated now. Go sue me, Alikaba. Jay Young, welcome to the show. Nathaniel, welcome to the show. I'm thinking about nothing, bro. Because I'm saying the facts. You don't know me more than myself. Abraham, welcome to the show. All right. Okay. Well, all right. So let's get on to the conversation. The first thing uh we'd like to raise, let's speak to the opposition because today the focus will be on the CDC. But let's speak to the opposition and some of the updates, some of the informations going on. Uh, we have been also interested in following up on the 70K. The 70K, as many of you would remember, is the money that was supposed to be used during a retire rally. Hold on 1 second, guys. So the 70K, sorry, I'm doing multitasking here, so I was a little slow here. The 70K, as all of you are aware, it's open secret that it was supposed to be used for the retire rally. It was reported that 70K was missing. We're trying to get Martin Kohler, who is the Secretary General of the recognized. We need to make sure we clear this part out. Recognized legitimate unity party. In other words, recognized legal unity party. Any other unity party you hear about, they're not legal. They're not legitimate. We talk people who are legitimate, and we also discuss people who are illegitimate as well or illegal. So Martin Kohler, we got to be clear on it, is the Secretary General for the recognized legitimate unity party, Liberty Party, I mean. It was reported that 70K was missing, and his driver was the one who stole the money or who took the money. That was the allegation. Until for a few months, we told you, the public, I think I was on Yasendi's show, we told you that when the driver appeared on a Spoon Talk, we told you that it was a coordinated effort. The recordings are there. That based on the information we've gathered, that there were hands behind the stealing of this money as to thwart, undermine, and more likely so diffuse or kill the entire rally momentum, zeal, and so forth to discourage people from coming there. Because in the minds of some people, if a lot of people would have turned out for that rally, it would have been that they are making a certain candidate popular, which is Alexander B. Cummings from the CPP. So as part of the strategy, this was coordinated, this was well calculated by members of it. And I told you guys also that Stanton was aware of the plot and the movement. As a matter of fact, he participated into it. I said that on the Yasendi show on Tuesday, on one of the Tuesdays I appeared. Fast forward, this young man was caught in Sierra Leone and he was brought to Liberia. We listened to Moses Carter, which are more of the time, often 99% of the time, do not believe. He is a liar. Moses Carter is a bona fide liar, a certified one from the police. The police spokesman, Moses Carter, he's a liar. According to him, based on the investigation, the young man was charged for stealing people's property. He stole, so far, per what was reported, he's the only one being accused yet. I said to be correct, based on the reporting from the police, they did an investigation. He came out and told the word and told the Liberian people. And this young man is forwarded to the court. So the 70K issue, the person who stole it was apprehended, was brought in, and so forth. The CPP, ANC, Martin Kohler, and other people, even though I have the documentations to that effect, to the process, I would choose not to speak on it. To the steps, I would encourage Martin Kohler and other people to come on to explain the processes, the steps that led to the capture of this young man, and how far the case is. But what we all know in the public as of now, this is the person who stole the money has been apprehended, and he's due to face justice, and he's due to go to courts, and justice will be served. So yes, I'm getting lots of corrections from people. I'm sorry if I misspoke and said the Unity Party, the SG from the Unity Party, the SG from the recognized Liberty Party, the legitimate Liberty Party that is recognized, Martin Kohler. I want to make sure I clarify that. So Martin Kohler or someone else from the CPP can come and speak to the details as to, but at least for the public, what we know, the young man was apprehended. The issue of the 70K, unless the ANC or the CPP wants him to refund the money, that we don't know yet. We can ask them that question when they come. But so far, any update from there, those of you who've been asking as concerned citizens as well, that's where we are with the 70K. The man has been arrested. He attested to it and so forth. That's where we are with this 70K issue. And I would encourage you to please, if you ever have any concern about the 70K, it's good for you to raise the concern, especially when you go on the ANC site. ANC got a page, other people got their pages. It's good for you to raise those concerns there. And just for the public, those of you watching us, we'll go back again to caution you. Please, if some of us go on our private pages, Moses, and write a statement. We've already issued a disclaimer for the year. We started at the end of last year, but we publicly issue a disclaimer because it's my private page. I reserve the right to do whatever I want to do there. It's not a public forum. When I post something, whether it's about the Unity Party, the CDC, the ANC, the other group, or that other group, or a person, please stick with the subject. And many people have come in my inbox and say, oh, don't be blacking people, just delete their comments, don't do this. Let me just be clear on it. I don't have time to be deleting, because you can't teach old Jack new tricks. Some of these people are foolish by nature. They will never stop. And fools can grow old too. So when you delete that comment or come and read it back, you think I got time to be going back and forth with foolish people, go and delete a comment and then kind of read it back? No, I don't have no time for that. So if you come there and don't address the subject matter, what I would do, I would caution you, I will warn you, I will redirect you for respect's sake. And I will remind you that fools are not my friends. If you go back to do the same thing or to want to play little games around, like me and you on some kind of cat and mouse game, then unfortunately I'll have to block you. I don't care, even if you are my pop brother or my mom brother, I will block you. I don't do that. I don't have time to accommodate fools, because we got too many foolish people in the political arena and in Liberia and out of Liberia. So as a result, to be able to deal with these kind of people, then I will block you. You won't get vexed, go to your business. I don't have to. I'm a personal page. I can do what I want to do there. If I come on your page and you lay your rules and regulations and I don't follow it, guess what? You have the right to take decisions. This is the way we teach people who are foolish. This is the way we send a message to them, that when they exhibit certain things and you warn them and they want to continue it, why must I be giving myself, I don't know, the person write one thing, I can't delete it. They can't write something again, I can't delete it. That person forced to be my friend when I've told you that fools are not my friend. So if you want to be on my page, you want to comment, then guess what? Just follow the rules. Simple. Just respect me. Even if you're my friend out of Facebook, just respect me. When I say don't do this, please don't do it. It's easy. Let's learn to follow instruction and respect each other. That's it. But if you come there and you exhibit foolishness in public, then I will tell you that you are a fool, and fools are not my friends. We don't have to be friends on Facebook. Simple. So the message is clear. And I want those who have sent me message and say, oh, just accommodate them. We're all Liberian. It will show that you're intolerant. It will do this, it will do that. Let me tell you something. I'm not listening to that your advice. I'm not going to do it. If anybody want to perceive that I'm intolerant because someone came to distract, divert, or do their own thing, when I've told you, don't do this, and you think that I'm intolerant, that's fine. That is your opinion. That is your view. But if you come on my page and you cross lines there, I will block you. Not do nothing about that. So I was timing to get the people from Liberia, we get into some serious issue here, into the updates with Jose Yuma Boakai. Let me tell you, we'll ask questions we know. We follow it. The public can be in Labro who follow, that in America we can follow. We following. We following the deals, the communication, we following everything. We're discussing here. And we're discussing this here. I'm getting signal from the guys in Liberia. I wanted to make sure that these conversations are open to our public in Liberia. So since we have the guys here, and I would encourage you to adapt that too. Adapt it. Okay, I think we have Melbourne. Adapt that strategy. When you get people who do not follow instruction, you have choices. You have choices. You can either delete them, you can block them, you can restrict them. Do that. As time goes by, they will fall in line. Trust me, they will fall in line. And when you just sit by and say, and let come, no. Bon voyage. You follow the instruction or you're out. But anyways, let's get to the issue here. Melbourne, my man, what is going on? They said blue wave today in red. What's your story?
No, me.
Yeah.
You see, because of you address that this because I knew that when I'm going to wear any clothes today, I want to be having any blue thing into it. In fact, you're going to link me into some kind of team. But anyway, that's good. But it's good that we are together again on today. And thank you so much for joining us. And we joining you because of time. But thank you so much, and to our folks there in the diaspora, we want to say good evening to you. The turn check in Liberia is 9 minutes past 7 o'clock here in Liberia. And today is Blue Day, as you said already. Indeed, today is Blue Day. But I don't know, if you see your clothes, you are almost like you are part of the
blue. In solidarity. Let me tell you
something wrong somewhere.
Mama, let me tell you something.
Yeah, just me. Yeah, just me.
Mandate in solidarity.
No.
Nobody's doing
it. Steve, then asking you, bro. So
Mama,
are you telling me that you are on party mandate?
I'm on party mandate. Now you see me like that in my regalia. The only thing I remain, I just need to put my red hat, my red beret.
Yes.
And we move. But my red beret is send it. They send my red beret. The red beret is send it, but the post office sees it for security reasons.
But anyway, not putting for yourself, but anyway, that's good.
Let me get the people 1 or 2 updates on where we are. And then we'll get your take from what happened in Liberia and withdraw the contracts and let the Liberian people know and hear from them as well. We want to hear from the people from Liberia. Let's get some quick updates here. Yesterday, we got some information with the issue with Stanton Witherspoon. For those of you who have been praying and fasting and seeking the Lord's face for Stanton's case to be overturned, I told you from before, don't waste your time. Don't make God to look like he's a medicine man or something wrong with him. Put yourself together. What Stanton did was very big. As a matter of fact, we are getting information from reliable sources that there is another indictment that is yet to be confirmed from the state of New Jersey and Ohio. So that is the case now that they're going through. The one that they're going through right now. That just on the federal level. On the state level, because, mind you, when Councilor Verde was here, we asked him about the possibility of having both federal and state charges. That's how it works in America. That's how it works in the system. You can have federal charges, and you can also have state charges brought against you. So, let me say the way we say in Labro, Stanton fall down inside. Even if you go to the biggest medicine man in the world, they can't save him from inside. You go to the biggest prayer bank, They will not save him. He fall down inside. He fall down inside, and he must be held accountable for what he did. The thing, I mean, there's no way around it. Even if myself, I were to do that. Let's be honest. There can be no way around it. If we say we want to change Liberia, we want this, then let people be held accountable for what they do wrong. It's not personal. There's not nobody hit Stanton. There's not anybody want bad thing for him or his family. But let people be held accountable, and this is how it starts, Melbourne. Let me tell you today, this is how it starts. When small thing happen in Liberia, we beat the Zogo them on the street. When B-men B-men be held accountable. So stand on a case. Let me tell you today, those of you who fasting and praying, I want to announce to you today, please break your fast. Start keeping yourself hungry because nothing will come from inside. He will be held accountable. He will. In the justice system here, he will be held accountable. He will. He will be held accountable to the fullest because the justice system, there are people that have to report. And these things, they have to report them to the public because the next question they're going to ask is, what was done to those people who did this? And here's the interesting part of it. Her business partner decided to flip to be state witness. In other words, and I keep telling my boy McGill, I keep telling McGill the thing. Look, I keep telling Nathaniel McGill the thing. Nathaniel McGill and all the men who were accused, anybody who is accused of criminality in a real government, I'm encouraging you today. They get something to call flip. You can become witness. You're not doing anything wrong. Oh, do not wrong, brother. You're not working with an American to reduce your time, to reduce your statement, and to reduce your time so that they can show you some form of leniency. That's it.
So like for short, it's like you are admitting and also bringing out all of these things that been happening.
Yeah, let's say right now. Let's say right now. Let's say for example, right now, me and you, Melbourne, we go somewhere and we steal something. Me and you are there. We go somewhere and we steal something. And the police catch us. Or the people know that we stole. And they brought a case. And after they finish bringing the case, the police will give you options. You, Melbourne, you start playing hard and start playing tough because somebody now tell you from Liberia say they can fast and pray for them to cancel the case.
Or maybe some lawyer tell you that my man can win a case.
Yeah, or people start, or you're too pompous. You got too much inflated ego. So you think in your head that you can win a case. So you say, well, I'm not going to plead guilty. I'm going to play hardball. But me, I know I got interest. I want my need. I want a sentence. I want a noise behind me to reduce. I go to the police. I say, police, yeah, the golf at you, yeah. That money, that me and Melbourne stole the money. And I can prove to you that me and Melbourne stole the money. So the police do now say, okay, we'll use you as a witness against Melbourne. So you see how it works. So there is no way Stanton getting out of this if his partner can flip on him. The man who know that you committed a crime. So I'm saying to my boy Nathaniel McGill, I'm sending him clear code that they can settle the thing yet. The whole session beginning. That part of the way you can work your way up. Go to the American embassy or call the Americans, provide them with the fact you know who ordered inside the stadium, who all you get someone to cut to. Bill Torrey can do the same thing. What a born in Serena Seaforth, the biggest solicitor general in the town. Do the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just recommending to them. It left with them. It left with them want to fall down inside, or they can say the truth and they can work something out. So that is the update on Stanton on a case. Stanton not getting out of there. But on the same Stanton case, I want to attach something to it. We are moving in now, not only to Stanton now, but to finding out. Remember, one of the charges is the wire transfer situation. In other words, they are aware who Stanton sent money to, who all been taking money from Stanton, and so forth. Moving into the Stanton case, I would encourage all of our political parties, political allies, who took money from Stanton, especially via wire transfer. I'm not saying the one that went to the office and went and take the money from the bank, bring and give it in cash. That one, maybe there could be no trace of it unless he say I gave it one to that person. Even as that person get disputed, right? But I'm saying don't want it war. So small thing happen. CEO, Your political leader down, your political party down, but you're going near the hall and CEO sending your money. They transferring the money to your, even if they transfer it to your aid or to your B-man, or your B-man transfer money to Stanton, I want you to know that they're piling up those documents and some people could be in trouble. We want to know, we keep asking the question, and until Sekou can come out, because Sekou's supposed to make some contact with the Unity Party, we receive allegations that the Unity Party is one of the party, especially Joseph Human Boycott. It says, again, it's alleged. Is one of the party or one of the people that have benefited from this stolen money. Apart from the CDC, again, this is alleged. We are working on the details and trying to gather the information. Let me say it to you. The other time I was on the show, and I said, Carrots, they don't receive monies from Stanton. And I challenged the senator that time. I still stand by what I said that day. I stand by it today. I'm not changing my statement. I stand by it. Let me say this. We supported Senator Darius Dillon. We supported other people. And we support other people against people. But we are not the people. We are not the people, some of us, that can support you and come and make excuses for you or lie for you. No, it's not going to happen. You'll carry that group somewhere else. So again, you heard what I say. I say it is alleged. We are working on the details. We are working on the details. And one of the people that have been helping to push monies around also is been alleged and reported that the hero Henry Costa. Hey, I call him. Okay. We inside the hero. It's part of the moving around of money. Hey, yeah. Your Costa situation and your kind of cost again. I don't get a problem with that one. I don't have a problem with it. But this particular situation, this particular case, this particular noise is not just going away. Whether you think it's a political noise, you think people are going to use it as political noise or whatever it is, we told you from day one, don't take money from criminals and shady characters knowingly. Don't do that. It can create problem. It can create problem. Because when it traces this money back to you, it leads to problem. Again, your own cost, welcome. But let's move on because we're giving a lot of updates. We want to settle in today. Also, we want to settle in today on, maybe I'm laughing because let me tell you something.
Yes, I don't know whether you want to give a little chance so we can debrief you as to what happened here in Liberia.
Yeah, but I will come into Liberia. I will move from the international scene. I will come into your.
Okay, no problem.
So let's get into the internet. Let's get into the local scene, into Liberia. What's going on? What is the atmosphere? What's happening?
All right. Thank you so much, Steve, and to all of you that are following this broadcast via the radio. Also, want to say good evening and welcome to the program, the SKTV. Yeah. So they have been selected by the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, through their chairman, Moroba Molu, who selected this day as the day to re-nominate the president, President George Weah, as their standard bearer or to allow to run for the second term on the party ticket. So this day was selected some months ago. So yes, so on today, if you pass any part of Liberia or right there in Montserrat, let me just say in Montserrat, to be specific, you will see a lot of blue shies. You see people in a blue shies and a lot of red barrels, somewhere blue barrels and so on. Yes, they are all called seditions. These are people that get together on today at the Anthony Tubman Stadium or the ATS to give another 6-year mandate to the president of Liberia. So the day today, yes. So today, if you can see through the social media, you will see a lot of seditions all in the streets, celebrating, and some of them are at the escape, sorry, at the ATS there. So the president they received, I know the question now will be in the mind of people, whether they give the renomination of documents to the president. Yes, they presented it to the president, and the president they received it. He said, in the name of the Father, the Son, and that of the Holy Spirit, and they received it. So the president agreed that yes, he's going to run again. In fact, he agreed to them that yes, I will run. In fact, I will make sure that I become future on the party ticket. So yes, and Steve. So these are news in Liberia, especially the CDC Day, the Blue Day on today, which of course there are a lot of reactions. And if you follow social media, there are a lot of reactions, political reactions. Some people are even saying a lot of stuff. Some people are insulting. But for me, as a journalist, or someone that following the entire activities, I would say this, that I think we have to observe and we have to respect everybody. This country is a democratic country. So let's give people their will and let's give people their right to be able to associate and to disassociate, right? Because I've seen a lot of people, abusing other people for me. That one of the problems that I read, that one thing I read observed today, and I have serious problem with is that people are posting and insulting people. I think it's not the right thing to do as people, because this country, the first thing we can do now is to protect the peace of this country. So give people that right and give people that will. Let them go out and associate and be able to disassociate at any time of their will. But not for you to say that you want to push them, you want to insult them. There are a lot of Facebook posts today that, my brother, even if you read follow some of them, they are not so good for us as people, because we all have our peace to protect. So the only way that this peace can be protected is get people that will, let them go out there and associate, and after a certain time, they go about with a normal business so that we'll be able to live in peace as people. So these are things that have been happening, and claims and counterclaims as to whether the fee was filled. Granted, the fee was overcrowded today, but whether ATS can take 1 million or people, that's one of the bigger question. And so
Melba, let me ask you. Before I don't want to lose my train of thought here, because I want to get into some patterns and some things that we must point out to the Liberian people, to remind the Liberian people, to even remind seditionists. The document that was signed, first of all, we know that the coalition, the document was expired sometime last year in October.
Exactly.
Did we have representatives from the other political parties? Because I know Prince Johnson's party was not there.
I think Prince Johnson's party was not part of that coalition.
Okay, but let's see what the people who were part of the coalition.
Yes. So yeah.
Where because we know Joy Howard Taylor, her term expired, so she's no longer the political leader. She doesn't make that decision anymore.
Yeah, but she was there.
Was there? She was not there as the head of the NPP.
Of the NPP, yes.
Was there a representation from the NPP to show that they've signed that document? Was there representation from Ellis Tyler's party to show that they signed that? Because these are things that would put the coalition into existence. Unless, on the contrary, we're only saying now it was the CDC, the Congress for Democratic Change, that endorsed Josh Weah's second term today. So we need to
exactly.
So what is going on?
Yeah, so that question, thank you so much for that question. And in fact, we're getting some information that sent last night, or they've been working behind the scene, they've been working high to make sure that the document is signed by both parties, that the parties that are made of the coalition. But after a certain time this morning, we did receive some information that up to date, that documents are not yet been signed by the both NPP and that of the LPDP. But I don't know, maybe doing the presentation, maybe they may elect to sign that document. But as far as I'm concerned, it's only the CDC, which of course is the Congress for Democratic Change, that on today turn up or put out the partisan on today. And I see no partisan coming from NPP, neither partisan coming from LPDP, because sometimes when you see them coming out, sometimes you see that maybe they will have their own NPP slash CDC, most of the time. But for me
So,
today, yeah.
Then let's go back a little bit. You are saying essentially that coalition did not endorse or sanctioned the second term of President George we are today. Rather, it was the CDC. Is that what's happening? Because if the leaders or the representation of these different parties that form the coalition were not there to seal or segment this deal, then the CDC either lied to us, fool us, or they scam the public today, which we're going to get in.
We can say the lie or maybe the scam, because CDC by herself, she's a political party.
Right. But I'm saying the coalition.
Yes. Yeah. So now North's been around for time even before this day. So the one I said maybe in time frame, who knows? Or who knows, maybe they may have signed or not. But the way he said, yes, some hurricane from the MPP or that of the LPDP, don't really see them like that, that what used to happen before. But maybe that problem may be solved. Maybe after today, maybe after seeing as the kind of crowd that turn up today. Yes, sometimes the political leader will say, don't go, but sometimes the president or maybe the partisan, will say, I want to go, it's my right to go out or not. So sometimes this thing happen.
Well. Let me hold you there. If they did not sign any document, then let's be factual to the Liberian people. If the other parties did not sign any document, that means coalition did not. It was not a coalition. It was just the CDC, the Congress for Democratic Change. The people who said, okay. Then I think we're on the same page now. I'm understanding what you're saying now. Okay. I will agree with you on that 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, based on the conversation we've had too much, the coalition, the whole coalition today that's supposed to endorse the president is loaded in Zaman. Let me put it in a elaborate way.
Then now the question now will be is that the CDC is still strong, because if you look at I want to ask you this: is the CDC
I
still
agree with you
strong?
from one party standpoint. Let me agree with you from one party standpoint. The CDC showed up and nominated, or partisans from the CDC showed up, supporters showed up and nominated the CDC candidate Joe. We are not speaking in terms of coalition now. I agree with you.
No.
I mean, the CDC to some extent, I will use your word strong. I'll use that word. They are strong because they were able to come out according to them in numbers, right? But now now that we established that fact, let's try to get into the nitty-gritty or the detail. Let's try to get into the nitty-gritty. It's been also alleged that this CDC, which is the Congress for Democratic Change, not the coalition, paid people some $20, some $10. They even trucked people from out of town to come to fill that capacity or to even fill the stadium. What do you say, my man? What's going on? Because I don't know.
Yeah, Steve, thank you so much for bringing that up. But on a verse, I saw, like I told you, I saw so many posts, coming from some politicians, and so on. Granted, the people before, someone posted, the president said before citizens used to print their own shirt and so on. I agree, 100%. So, Steve, then let me ask you this question. If you're in high school before, maybe at that time you were struggling eating gari and so on, right? And after graduating from high school, you're in college. Now God is blessing you and giving you 1 or 2 cents, or maybe finally a job to do. So when you still eat gari and coconut, I would say no. So your life had to improve. So you don't expect citizens to print their own shirt. That argument for me, I don't see that as argument or maybe something to even talk about. Citizens already have the money. The country resources is already in their hand. So you expect them to have all of the buses even pay people, maybe pay people way if
Okay.
possible.
And
So, but I can't tell you simply to say that people were giving money to go there or not. No, that one I can't tell you that whether it's true or not.
well, I agree with your assessment. I agree with your point, Milborn. But then on the contrary of that argument as well, you made a very good point. As your life goes up and elevates, things can change. Your status can change, your environment can change, and so forth. But then on the contrary, let's flip that argument on the other side. Then it shows also that you are either not in touch with reality if you have to pay people to actually come to support you. That means you are in denial, you are a liar.
You are losing weight.
You exactly, and that was the next point I'm going to make. That means,
Yes.
in other words, you've lost traction because back in the days, like we are all aware, the CDC wouldn't have to do or go the extra mile they went to pay people or so forth. People gravitated towards the CDC naturally. People gravitated towards the CDC because of what they stood for. However, the CDC has been able to lead, and in their leadership, they've not demonstrated to the Liberian people what they promised. Number one. As evidence by that, the CDC that endorsed themselves today, the CDC was not even able to keep the promise that they made with other people who joined them. One of the complaints Prince Johnson has had most recently is the inability to even keep the part of the deal. That's number one. That shows that you're not responsible. If you can't keep your part of the deal, you can't keep your word, you can't keep your promises with people that you went and deal with, it's a problem. But not only that, what is also showing a big deception from the CDC, from the president, and it shows also that they're not in touch with reality. They are
yes.
They want to paint a total different picture.
Yeah. So Steve, to just add to what you just said, you just said it all 100%. You are correct, because let me tell you, my brother, even there are some seditions, even in the government that have been mistreated. Let me be frank. Even administrative of transport, there are a lot of things happening there. Every now and then, the people are protesting. These are all Liberians, and they are seditions. Some of them they are seditions. Some of them they are opposition, or even some of them they are even not opposition. So there are a lot of things that's happening. Seditions are crying. Let me be frank. That's just the fact. That's just the fact. Seditions are crying. Things are not going on well. Even to tell you that even at the party headquarters, CDC party headquarters that we all knew before, it can be empty. It can be empty sometimes. Nothing. People are citizens are crying because of bad labor practices or protests. So all these things happen. Yes, you are right. So
I know we got a few more time on the phone, but I wanted to lay something out about what we are seeing, Milborn. I wanted to lay something out to the public. You see, one of the things that we don't do as Liberians is we have a very short attention span. And so we tend not to pay attention to history or record. I think the CDC is in denial. They're deceptive. They're not serious. And this thing will come back to disgrace and haunt them. Let me give the Liberian people a few scenarios. And I want to take us down memory lane really quick, and we'll get your view on it. Then we can open the line to hear from our people. A few months back, when the special elections came out, my people, I want you to listen. When Geraldine Doe passed away, a few months back, when Geraldine Doe passed away, I think it was somewhere in 2019. It was a special election that should have been held. But then the CPP had just launched, very enthusiastic. They were together to some extent. Fast forward, we got hit with the whole COVID. The country was in disarray. The president did something that's very unusual. I want to lay it down for the Liberian people to hear you. because at the same thing we seen, they have not changed anything. The president did something very unusual before that election with Darius DeLong for the Senate. Let me tell you what the president did.
Mhm.
Instead of the president catering to the Liberian people, paying attention to the COVID and to the plight, you know what the president did? The president went and released an album. I challenge anybody to say that lie. That's what the president did. The people were gearing, planning for an election. The president passed around, inflicted his own ego. They went and started, and they will beat the other one, and you cannot be this, or this cannot be that. Fast forward, they got flogged. When they came out 2019, we told them that the steps that they are taking will lead to the flogging.
Mhm.
Let me tell President Joe we had this today. There should have been no Alexander Cummings in conversation, no Joseph Yoma Waka in conversation, no Chawan Gonglo in conversation to lead Liberia. This was a walk in the park for President George Weah. His second term was sealed even when he got elected because of the natural love the Liberian people had for him. They gravitated towards him.
Mhm.
2019, the president was on the ballot. CDC was on the ballot. They got flogged because they were in denial, the same way they're in denial today. And they lost Monserrato, which quote unquote was their stronghold.
Mhm.
Okay. We say, well, maybe it was the CPP and so forth. After the flogging in 2019, the CDC defiantly did not learn. President John Weah did not learn. President John Weah did not go back and sit down and say, the people not happy with me. My man, the people not happy with us. To the extent that even in 2019, seditious voted against their own candidate, Polita Way. Even in 2019, Polita Way was a female. It was okay for her to attract other females to vote for her. But because of the way the government led, because the way the party, the way CDC led, the Liberian people said, no, we can't get you that power again. They took it away from them. Fast forward 2020. There's another election again. With the same Darius DeLong on the ballot. This time around, they took a familiar face. They took someone within the legislature. They brought money. They had the finances because, mind you, they had just printed money at that time. Not only that they had just printed money at that time, the president then went and made the same mistake again. The president released another album. Let me say that lie. Y'all go check the record. The thing I say is that lie. The president released another album. They endorsed Thomas Fala. They passed around and said we'll be blue wave. They made all the foolish noise when we told them to slow down. Trucking people and bringing all these people and inflicting your own ego does not mean that the people will vote for you. Guess what happened? 2020 again, they got flogged right in Monserrato again. But they didn't learn from that. Today, 2023, they are inflicting their own egos, trucking people and bringing people and paying people. The president just released another album again. In the midst of everything that he's done most recently, 2020, left the country, disrespected the Constitution, left the country, spend our monies out there for no tangible, no reason. When he came to America, they put him in TV room. When a friend was discussing serious thing, Joe Biden there put him in the TV room. Fast forward, today we are here. The president went back to his same old tricks and he released another album again. When we say it, y'all say we hate the government, we hate the person, we are opposition, we are anti-government, we don't want to help the government, we don't want to do that, we don't want to do that. The president made a scene over, go check the president record. The same thing that left to a defeat. He's making the same mistakes again. Today, they lied to the Liberian people that the coalition was going to endorse them. The coalition did not endorse them. It's okay for you to think in your head that President Joe will be re-elected, but the reality, the fact that they had to pay people money and give them t-shirts to mobilize them, to bring them there, truck people, it means President Joe Weah Let me tell President George Weah from my heart today. President George Weah, it's okay for you to come back in March and tell the Liberian people, Smoshing better than Bishing. I became president. I don't want to be in this thing again. You will be flogged at the ballot box. So I'm begging you today with all the other Liberians around the world, save yourself this disgrace. It was Polita Way and your name were there, they flog up. It was Thomas Fala, your name were there, they flog him. Now it is George Manuel Weah himself, plus all of the CDCs that are behind you. They will flog you 2017. 2023, I mean, you will be flogged and disgracefully flogged. You don't want that on your record. Smoshing better than Bishing. I'm telling my president, you'll not be president. Wash your hand, go chill. And my advice I get for you, that paper that they brought to you today that they fool you, CDC endorse you, carry that same paper back to them and say, gentlemen, it's finished. Let's come to terms with reality. If President George Weah does not do that, there is something in psychology they call avoidance. President George Weah will be disgraced. He will be flogged 2023. He will be disgraced. And he hate to lose. If I were him, I would walk away. Okay. Melbourne, what do you say before we get to the line?
Yeah, and as Liberian, you just said, and that's just so good. So from what you just said, Liberian 100%. They started loving President Weah for a very long time. Even during the time when you're playing the football game up to now, the love is still there in the heart of so many Liberians. But like you said, my brother, the first year for me, this is what I keep saying, the first year, there where the president of the Republic of Liberia, President George Weah, mistake started from. Sometimes people will not know as to how the thing go about, but from the first year, there where President Weah tie up holding and putting all these things going through today, that there where all started from. Again, it's a lesson learned. So to those of you there who are in opposition that wanting to be leader, people that are around you, also you got to be careful. Those people that are around you, sometimes these are people, my brother, the labor system in this country is bad. Liberians don't want money from people's pockets, but they are working and they are not even getting what they are working for. So they want me to be a sedition if I'm one. That I'm working and I'm not getting my pay. And you there as a leader and you're not even talking anything about it. So sometimes it's just so frustrating, my brother. And that's the kind of politics that are going on here in Liberia. People just come and promise the people, lie to the people, and by the time they take power, they just abandon the people.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. The odds are stacking up against President George Weah for him to win the election. They're not just paying attention. The odds are stacking up. Most recently, just sometimes this week, the fact that the Americans are even alarming. Pay attention to it. That our airport is not even safe. It's damaging reports. They go today. The coalition supposed to nominate the president. It was not the coalition that nominated the president. My man, we can say if your Christmas will be good, you can see it from the eve. I'm saying it from my heart. Somebody who cares about President George Weah. If you think this is a political stunt, if you think that opposition speaking I'm doing, I'm saying it. President George Weah, save yourself an embarrassment.
So then, Steve, quickly before we go to the line, here is my last question to you. Then,
please.
Where is the way forward for Liberians?
The way forward.
Where do Liberians go? Yeah.
The way forward is President George Weah and CDC needs to go. They don't know what they're doing. That is the way forward. The way forward is here's the way forward now. People want for us to restrict the way forward to just one way. There is not one way forward. The way forward first is you identify the problem. And the problem is
because someone will say the same people that got squandered before and the same people wanting to come.
No, I'm coming to it. The way forward, because we're talking about forward, the way forward is forward to identify the problem. And we identify the problem that President George, I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
He's lost his popularity. He's lost his connection with the people. So let him go. That's one of the first steps. The way forward is also to not revert, to think that because President John Weah has messed up, that means we should revert to Unity Party. That is not the way forward. You can't say you won't go forward, but then you are going backward.
That's the point.
Look, let me tell you something, Melbourne.
That's the point, my brother.
Let me tell you something, Melbourne. Let me tell you something. No one makes progress. Don't like me. It's not important. My relationship with people is not important. What's important is this. What's important is this. You can't say you won't make progress, but you keep reverting to the things and the people that did not help you to make progress and say you will make progress. That means
You are recycling.
Exactly. And this is where when we say it, some people think we hate the Unity Party or we hate Joseph Human Boaka. But the truth being said, we cannot revert to Unity Party because we see a mess today. We cannot revert to Joseph Human Boaka because we see a mess today. No, they are not the way forward. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. So the way forward is to pursue the options that we have. We got Cummings and we got Tiawan Gonglo. Let the Liberian people make up their mind. Election is not about who you like. It's not about who you know. It's about who can do the job. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Elections have consequences, whether you like it or not. So I'm encouraging the Liberian people, don't revert to the past. You can't say you want... Look, Unity Party and Joseph Human Boaka, they are not the options.
That's the same recycling. And that's just the point.
We'll say the thing, they say we hate the people and we come in.
That's just the same thing, my brother.
Man. We're talking about reality here. We're talking about moving forward. How can you be moving forward, but yet they say you're still going back? What sense does that make? You say, okay, let's take for example. You say you now want to do. Okay. Let me put it that way because my body will understand. Even some of my parents say will understand me. You say you don't want a woman, right? Okay, it's okay. The woman, you say the woman can clean the house, she can cook, she can get good manner, she can call police on you, she disrespectful, she that one, she that one. Okay, fine. The woman leave you and go and sit down. You go into one relationship there. The same problem you found with your first woman, that the same problem you found with the other relationship. You say, okay, say I come and get rid of the other woman away now. Let me just go back to the one while away. But then you people say, no, I really want change. I want to find a good woman. Going back to that first woman, does that mean she will change?
No.
You've not seen any sign of change for her. She done nothing to say she changed or improve her life. So going back to her means you are setting yourself for failure. I'm saying to the Liberian people, if we must get rid of President John Weah, the option is not Unity Party, it's not Joseph Human Boaka. Nothing against Unity Party or Joseph Human Boaka, but the facts must be said. We cannot afford to recycle and continue to go in cycle and someone swear behind. No swear behind the Liberian people. There is no swear behind the Liberian people. We must be brave, we must stand up, and we must move forward if we want to move forward. And if we want to keep ourselves in trap, then you keep recycling. You go back to Unity Party. They're not going to change.
That's the kind of thing, but that's the kind of politicking that is not going on in Liberia.
So, I mean, my man, we need to educate our people, inform them. This is what we're doing. We're not going to stop. Unity Party is not your answer. Unity Party is not your solution. The failure of George Weah does not equate to Unity Party being an option. That's not true. And even in our body politics, we have never elected any party and go and re-elect our party. No. So let us, this is not about sympathy. This is not about dress or your time. This is not about it. My people, I'm saying it to you. You let move forward. You let move forward. We get option. You let move forward.
Because Liberia gone 18 years now, since 2005 and up to now. So 7778 people, we are not coming to you so that you can be part of the show. 7778339682. Again, 7778339682. Please, a minute per call. Again, 7778339682. Please, try be brief and we don't want please be safer with your discussion. Hello. Yeah, my brother. How you doing? What's your name and from where you joining us? Go ahead. Mm. All right. So that mean yeah. So that many people are going to turn up today that just the farewell treat. All right. Thank you so much. So let me get the line and pick the other call. Good evening. Yeah, my brother. How you doing? What's your name and from where you joining us? Mm-hmm. Indeed. Go ahead, Chief. Oh yeah. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. But the day what today, right? Mm. 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 All right. All right. Thank you so much. So to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my brother, we good. Thank God. What's your name and from where you joining us? Go ahead. What make of today day and the discussion? Mm-hmm. You get proof? Do you have proof to that? Or you just saying because somebody can say, well, man, everybody know? Or are you really saying the facts? Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So, good evening. Yeah, my brother, we great. Thank God. What's your name and from where you joining us? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. No time. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So keep a calls coming 777-833-9682. You'll be live on Truth FM 96.1.
So,
We
mama,
had a so
mama,
yeah.
so far, the thing what we saying
Mm,
that pay for play today the people have, and they went endorsed and said that the short message there. The thing here,
mm,
the shin coming, we can see it from distance. And that why I spoke to Bakugbe today, my
mm,
president, the person who I criticize, but I love. I criticize him out of love. I love President George Weah. Let me tell you,
mm,
as a brother, I love that guy. But
mm,
I'm not going to sit and joke around with the country and the lives of other people. We have the perfect opportunity to change the history of this country and the trajectory. And we must do that. All well-meaning Liberia, I'm calling on you.
mm.
Even with your love for President George Weah, what they did today is shameful and disgraceful. Let me just be honest with you. And you know they wanted to distract from the shame and the disgrace. That's why they released the album yesterday strategically so it can become the talking point. But President George Weah, nobody's stupid yet. We will discuss the issue. You'll carry that distraction somewhere else. We'll discuss the issue. And the issue here is, brother, walk away with respect. The particular thing here, nothing there again for you. You will be flogged. And you will be flogged massively. You will be flogged. Don't allow the disgrace to come to you.
All right. Good evening. Yeah, how you doing? What's your name and from where you join us? Okay, go ahead, Carlos. Mm, mm, mm. So why is the way forward? If I may ask you this question, why is the way forward? Why is the way forward? Just ask you a simple question. Mm, mm, mm. What's the way forward, bro? Well, that is my man. Yeah, man. Hello? Yeah, my brother. How you doing? What's the name? Okay. All right, go ahead. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, Steve, no time. So we gotta go. Yes.
Yes, no time. We got to go from Liberia. We also have a few more minutes here in the US. But let me make this statement to the Liberian people really quick before we go off the radio. Tomorrow we're playing host to the Secretary General of the CPP and the ANC, Alosha Stoll. He will be our guest tomorrow. We're going to be discussing lots of national issues, but importantly, We're going to be discussing the most recent bill or legal paperwork that was filed by some people in the diaspora to give them rights to vote in this coming election. We want to know the status of it. Those of you in the diaspora, it concerns all of us. It concerns the next generation and so forth. So please tune in tomorrow. But I want to say to President George Weah, we who can say the truth to you, we the one love you. We the one care about you and your well-being. Smashing better than Bishing. President George Weah, I'm saying it to you with strict face. This is not a joke. I care about you. So I say the truth to you.
Yeah. So still quickly before you go, I want to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because United Party people have, in fact, the former vice president has his own lieutenants, right? That are making everything possible. Now you are appealing to your uncle to go. So what's going to happen to all his lieutenants?
Who are appealing to go? Who?
Just Rihanna, he said you appealing to the men to go.
Yeah, but the problem there is the what they don't realize is the names are now Weah. The last name now Weah. All these people are just hanging on President George Weah. Once President George Weah exits the stage, they will find life for themselves. Some of them were hanging on Ellen. Some of them were hanging on other people before George Weah came in the scene. So the truth of the matter is they got to add value to their lives and ensure that they position themselves so that whoever takes over will see what it brings to the table to serve the Liberian people, as opposed to being, stuck on one person. How can you surround your life around somebody? How can you do that? This is troubling, Melbourne is troubling, and this is the problem we face. The human capacity, the index, and the investment in the human capacity building is problematic.
And Steve, someone would say Liberia is very easy to really take over or maybe to rule Liberia because the system is there. The system is really, really there. The laws are all there, but they are not active. The law are not active. The law are not working. So Liberia problem, sometimes when I say about Steve, I want us to Liberia problem, I think it's not about the laws. That sometimes we go on high on our lawmakers, wanting them, telling them about laws, to make law every now and then, telling them about law. But there are a lot of laws that are here and they are not working. They are all dead and gone. I don't know, should I say based on friendship or what?
Well, let me be honest with you. Liberia is not easy to lead. Let me just be honest with you. Because there are compound, complex problems that whoever takes over would have to address. I want to be honest. President George Weah came in. He did not meet bread and butter. However, we cannot make the case for him as to what he met, because up until now he's yet to publish what he met. Prince Johnson just asked him to give the turnover note. They made it out of an issue. Let the public know what you met there, what you're working with, the challenges that you took over, so that we know that there be no excuse. There be no excuse. But here's the issue. It bogs down to the leader's ability. Let me tell you the truth. We got plenty of problems. That's what we are saying. Whoever wants to take over after President Joe Weah, we don't want to hear no dry door story or no spiral story. We don't want no spiral story. You know that you are going to be taking over a country that is ransacked. So you're going to be taking over a country that has almost 2 billion. No, let me make the point. That has almost 2 billion in debts. We don't want to hear no spiral story. We don't want no fun. We don't want no noise. You want a job? If you get a job, you must be ready to do this job. We don't want to say, oh, Joe, we are there when they told all the electric pole from on the other street. So no. You already know what you're getting into. So we must be prepared, and we are already prepared to hold whoever takes over accountable. We are prepared. We are set and ready. Let them go take over and can bring a dry door story.
So damn quickly now before I tell you for view, because this is just so important. Liberia, I don't know, but if you check the entire country, you will see one person who keep working harder, making sure that whenever that person goes somewhere, they settle there, whether it's bad or not, or in fact that person revamp and put this in place. But Liberians are not looking at that person, and we downplaying that person, and we keep talking about people maybe who are not even playing major impacts in Liberia. So that, for example, Madam Brown, right? Saying you're talking about better system, saying you're talking about making Liberia to be better. For me, if you're looking at the way forward now from my end, Then I then I tell Madam Bra as Liberians because anywhere she goes, she leave her mark there. Anywhere she go, if that place is messed up, she make sure and clean up and make sure that the entire place become better.
So you see, that means in other words, it doesn't matter who takes over. They will
That's the
still do
point.
the job because you know what? She's look. This is what we call competency. When you are competent, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. People who are competent, they're confident and relaxed. They don't need to chase you around. They don't need to pass around being bad with you. They don't need to go on radio and laugh for you or make excuses. Their work will speak volume. Today, CDC has reverted to call Madam Milbro to work in certain areas. You know why? Because they know she might not be a seditious, but they know her work, they know her competency, they know she'll be able to do the job. So I'm encouraging the young people, do your job. Don't worry about the next president. Do your job. Always fight and seek to get competent people to come in because it makes the job easier.
So then the Liberians turn the control over to Madam Maryborough so that we can move forward. Because for me, I think for me 100%, if you ask me, I would prefer Madam Maryborough because she's been working hard almost 18 years. Let's just say that, or maybe 15 years now, she's been working hard. Every sector or every part of Liberia or every government that she work in, her marks is there. But yet still Liberians are not still looking at her in that direction. They just see that, oh, okay, yeah.
So you see, leadership has different levels. You understand? Leadership has different levels. People who are managers, they're not necessarily directors. People who are supervisors are not necessarily managers. People who, so they have different levels in leadership. The same way how somebody who's a director, the manager reports to you, the supervisor reports to the manager. So there are different stages. At this point, not because Maryborough has been effective, in a certain department, mean automatically she qualifies to be president of the country. We have to be careful about because the president.
Qualification.
No, here's the
qualification. Yeah.
Here's the thing now. The issue of the presidency. We have lowered the bar in Liberia as to making it a popularity seat, a place where anybody can just go, or anybody can just run for it because we have lowered the bar. What we need to do? What we need to do is we need to pick the best amongst the best from amongst us. I'm saying not just somebody because they've been in government for 20 years or 40 years. No, we have to go back to see the qualifications, areas that they've worked, the output, the effectiveness, the ability, even the economy. How did they manage the monies that were given to them when they led a certain department? What did they do? How did they manage the HEMO that they were their HEMO capacity? Because when you're president, you are overseeing the entire nation. That means our ministry, you are overseeing it. You are ensuring that they're effective. So can we go back in your track record? I mean, we have just lowered the bar. That's why we get anybody can say they want to be president, or anybody can wish to want to be president because we've lowered the bar. It doesn't mean that anybody can just be president. We tussle.
Yes, you are correct. But Liberians, or Liberia problem, brother, my brother, Liberians are looking for that person that will say yes today. You, Steve, why you there? You wrong. And in fact, we're going to punish you for what you did. Liberians are not looking for somebody like, for example, because Mayborn is your friend, and when Mayborn do something wrong, you say, forget about Mayborn. Mayborn is my interest, and so on. No. This is why you see today Liberia is still moving backward because of interest, because of friendship, because everyone had their own clique, because everyone want to associate themselves. So because of that, we are not moving forward. So
I agree with you. Part of the major reason, let me just be honest with you, we restricted the issue of electing presidents. We restricted it to popularity, to comfortability, or to, you get new recognition. It's not important. In America, let me tell you what the people did. The people tried Donald Trump, who had a name recognition. The people tried him. You saw the chaos that they had in the warehouse. Who was a star? Let me tell you something. Being a popular star, being popular or being famous does not equate to leadership. No, that's not what it equates to. Everybody knowing you being popular and having a new record, you see, and this is where we've had problem. And in all honesty, also, most of our people vote based on who they know. And we can't do that. So that means you will have qualified people because they don't have the new recognition or they're not popular. Guess what? They don't go for them. They go for the new recognition and the popularity. And that has been one of our major problems too in the area of voting. So we need to educate our people continuously. But on a bigger note, to be quite honest, there is no way we should revert in the 21st century. There is no way we should go back in the 21st century. We have options. And this time around, this 2023, we have good options. We have good people. We have Tiawan Gonglo. We have Alexander Cummings. These are reputable people that can represent you representatively. Joseph Boakai, John, we are their old news. They are the people that squandered the opportunities in the country. The past 18 years, they are the ones that led the country. See what we got. We got a mess. Also, we should put in there again. So they can make it, 24 years of mess? You know what 24 years of your age is? Take 24 years from your age and see where you'll be. So we can't have ourselves wasting our time. We got to move on. We have to move on. Unfortunately, Joseph Boakai, Joe, we are that old story. Let's discuss vibrancy. Let's discuss the way forward. Let's discuss new people coming in the political arena to shift, change the paradigm, and we move on. I know you might not know some of them. You might not be comfortable with some of them. But it's not an issue of knowing them and comfortability. It's the issue of effectiveness, the ability to do the job. So we don't have to be, praying for the president to not make mistakes.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing,
the president to not fall down because he's sick. Or we know that the person not okay, but we got to put in there, then we got to fast and pray again so that, oh God, I hope the person will be all right. Oh, I hope the person will be fine. We're not here for that one. Let's move on. We're going back.
That's the thing, Steve. So because of that, today the system is not protecting us. But I know where we gotta go. Steve, no time. I think we gotta find.
We are on the 2 hour. We are on the 2 hour mark
to discuss.
Well.
Yeah, we have to find another day to discuss Liberia system and see as to who better suitable to control and to protect our Liberians.
Most definitely. We want to say thanks to our listeners and our viewers. As we take leave of Melbourne, we will definitely give you the announcements for tomorrow. We have gone to our 2 hours mark, and so we will be exiting here. Tomorrow we'll be on. Interestingly, we have interesting conversations going on. As part of our responsibilities as citizens, you don't have to be affiliated or associated with any party. Educate your people, inform them, and that's exactly what we're doing. That we have options now. We can't keep stuck in one spot. When we turn around, the only thing we see, we got to go back to Unity Party. We got to go back to CDC. No, we can't have those as our options. No, we can't do that. I will say again, no swear behind us as Liberians. We have options. Let's explore our options, my people. Let's open our minds. Let's explore our options. The American people, they wanted change. So they voted a black man in office for the first time, Barack Obama. That's what you do when you are making progression. You go ahead. You can't be afraid to take risk and chances. No, you cannot be afraid. Like I was telling somebody last night, even when you sleep, you are taking a risk because you could die in your sleep. When you eat, you could choke on the food. When you get in the car to drive, but you still do that. You still do those things because they're necessary. It is necessary. It is essential. It is important that we do not revert to Unity Party and CDC. We have options, my people. Let's explore our options. Let nobody tell you, say, those people in there newcomer and nobody know they want. The people then who they been knowing, who been there forever, what did not do for you? They change your life. And at the same story, the same 6 and 7, CDC move, Unity Party candidate. Unity Party move, CDC candidate. 18 years. 18. We've been in the same nonsense. My people, it's time for us to move forward. It's time for us to move forward as a country. This is not a hit against anybody. It's not personal. It's just the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter here is we must move forward. And we must take this chance, this risk this time around. If we can risk making Joe we are president, who we knew that he couldn't do anything, that people who have a track record of being successful in achieving something, we can take the risk with? Are you serious? No. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Forward. Let's move forward. I'm encouraging the Liberian people, the younger ones, the older ones, the males and females, my people, my omane. You let move forward, yeah? You let move forward. You let lead the old politician there. Let lead the old people there who been in government, who been chasing government job from Chalekin town, who been having all the money and they squander it. Let's move forward to people who are more responsible, that can take care of their own resources and that can take care of other people's resources too as well. Let's move forward. We must move forward. And that's why bien all. No sweat bien all. Let's open our eyeball. Let's move forward. CDC lied to us today. CDC lied to us today. CDC lied to us today. They endorsed themselves. Nobody endorsed Jowia. That Moluba Molu there went and endorsed Jowia. That Nathaniel Maguire went to endorse Jowia today. Nobody endorsed Jowia. That they said go wear their own blue hat and made themselves feel good today. They lie. They seen la they been on from day one. When we tell them they get very well. So scam. So vla. The only thing they want to do today. That being said, I want to say thank you. Let's have a good weekend. Let's stay out of trouble. Those of you who I couldn't find out who contributed, well, let's have a good weekend. Let's go find new friend there.
Lump.